I joined Squid Games to save my gay son and thought daughter. The first thing I did was assert dominance. I told this kid I'd pry his hat from his dead corpse, and he immediately dipped. I followed him in green light to see what he'd do. When the other kid in front of me got shot, he smelled weakness and swiftly threw dirt in his eyes. The sand was washed with his blood, and the bullets almost cleaned him out. He approached his next victims, but an unknown hero came to their rescue. It's true what they say, what goes around, comes around. I told the villain I'd keep my eye on him, but little did I know, others had begun doing the same. He tried again to sabotage the other players, but an even greater threat got to them first. The glassmaker Akuma. I didn't know later on, but ignoring this demon would be my undoing. After the green light game was over, people had suddenly developed an allergy to living and dove headfirst into the firing range. I looked around for the cool kid, but he was nowhere to be found. It seemed he was one of those people that developed a lead appetite. We moved on to Dalona, and my lucky stars guided me through the darkness. As I slept on my bed, I woke up to the sounds of glass breaking and alarms blaring. Instead of getting caught up in the chaos, I devised a plan. If there was one thing I learned from the Mafia, it doesn't matter who wins first, but who wins last. So, I bided my time like a vulture. With less than 30 seconds at the clock, I found my prey and decided to make my move. A lowly bacon with half of his health missing came right for the picking. Perfect. I lunged, but I missed. I tried to play it cool and acted like nothing happened, but I knew he'd want revenge. So when I saw him approach me, I juked him and smashed his head in. I could have ended him then and there, but seeing him laid out reminded me of my kids. I masked my moment of weakness with pure aura farming. Moving on to Tug of War, I noticed there were 4 people on the other side, opposing our measly 3. If I was more ruthless, I could have ended that kid's life and evened the odds. Fortunately, the devil was on my team. If my instincts were correct about him, I knew we'd be fine. In the end, our quality beat their quantity. When we approached the glass bridge with only 3 people, I was purposely calm. Akuma, here, is a glassmaker. All I had to do was follow his footsteps, and I was home free. But the hope in my eyes dwindled when he started skipping every other panel. It looks like his 25 levels weren't just for show. I kept the safe panels a secret to myself and let the bacon kid roll the dice on the uncertain ones. We traded jumps from panel to panel. He'd take one jump and I'd take the next, and so on. Miraculously, we all made it to the end. Ironically, if I'd never spared the kid, he wouldn't have been here to save my life. Heh, what goes around comes around, after all. We all voted to continue the games, and I continued to antagonize Akuma. The Mingle game was next, and I felt my nerves getting the best of me. Luckily, the first round started soft with rooms of 1. I breathed a sigh of relief with this chance to regain my bearings, but that was when the demon struck. I barely managed to escape the chokehold with a sliver of health. He followed me to the next room too, and I knew I was cooked. I fought on and on as hard as I could. My gay son was waiting for me. My thought daughter desperately needed a father in her life. I had to win.